Well, hello again, friends at YouTube. I've been a little while getting round to these, haven't I? Lots of other things going on. Right in the middle of it now, in the election period, a few days only to go till Saturday, when we decide our fate at the national election. Listening to the Greens candidate, the Greens leader, Bob Brown, last night, and he seems to be the one that, perhaps because of a greater freedom, not belonging to a party, major party, is talking a lot more sense. He introduced the word morality in our decisions. Interesting question, isn't it? When the two major parties are both professing Christians, and someone else who probably isn't has got to remind them about morality. I don't think I'm laughing too much at the moment. Party politics is the very devil. We have ballots for elections, but we don't have any ballots for decisions. And wherever you go, any meeting that you care to have, maybe a church meeting, or a cricket club, Cricket Umpires Association, let's see, maybe too often the family, but if and in Parliament or in party room, virtually nowhere are the issues which are causing heat and argument, are they settled by a ballot. It is just so wrong. Now, in ancient Athens, they called themselves a democracy. Why? Pericles said, we do not follow the example of others. I'm just paraphrasing here. We don't follow the example of others. We are rather an example to them, because the decisions are not made by the few, but by the many. So we've turned that upside down. It's been going on for centuries. Dictatorship, in some form or another, is practiced right into the centre of our democracies. And when I say that, I'm referring, of course, to the reliance of the ordinary people on strong leaders. And various forces are at work to prove that that's the way it's going to stay. Well, will it? It's up to us. Speaking to a friend the other day, and he said, your theory of ballots in Parliament will never happen. I poked him in the chest and I said, as long as people say it will never happen, it won't. But change requires faith, courage, sacrifice. The alternative is the pits, and that's what's happening at the present time. Leaders argue amongst themselves and don't produce decent policies. They're scared of the people. They want to capture every last vote they can get, because elections in democracies between major parties, which is the typical situation, are knife-edge affairs, and every vote counts. So they're dead scared of offending anyone, and so they listen to every minority force. We got one here who won't vote in the election, but they're currying favour secretly with the Prime Minister. Very, very funny stuff. Real Christians. How much do they care about anyone else but themselves? And Christianity, after all, is the doctrine of love your neighbour. Love for God and love your neighbour. Until it hurts if necessary, although in actual fact love, real love, never hurts. There's no cost, no matter what the sacrifice, when you're talking about real love. So we're relying on ideological strong men in this election, and one will hope that the Green candidate, who is able to introduce the word morality without blinking, because he's not a Christian apparently, well, with a bit of luck he'll be having an influence in the Senate with his people, and that they might be able to introduce a bit of sanity into our Parliament by persuasion, not coercion. We had a media commentator who talked to him, and he was arguing that for the sake of the environment we had to make, would you believe, China and India cut down their emissions. Well, this fellow Bob Brown, the Greens leader, said, more or less, wake up. They are sovereign nations. We can't make them do anything. If we can do something, it will have to be done by persuasion. But first of all, we have to set an example. Set an example, and then start trying to persuade. But we have been not setting an example. We've been saying, not until everyone lines up to cut emissions will we cut our emissions. What a cheek when Australia, per head of capita, has the biggest capital emissions in the world. Makes you think, doesn't it? God bless. Catch you later. Bye.